where is this JT in the rest of the fucking show where he always has sage things to say and he's just like thoughtful, and he's like, oh, you've been down lately. Why the fuck has she been down lately, JT?
Whatever it takes, whatever it takes.
Hello and welcome to your mom's podcast, the only podcast that's worth walking out on a date with one of Degrassi's coolest girls. I'm Avis.
I'm Caroline, and we're your Degrassi I'm Caroline, and that was aggressive.
It was aggressive. It was.
I'm so sorry, Alyka.
Alyka's like embarrassed.
Fine. It's funny always hearing the outtakes when you can't normally hear them, so I'm here for it. You do you, baby.
You can hear them on the Patreon.
Like this whole part, like the behind the scenes,
Yeah,
like
I
haven't listened to the Patreon.
Yeah, we just cut like
we do the unedited. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I usually listen to it on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Caroline, and we're your Degrassi rewatch. Why can't I say rewatch? Degrassi rewatch. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plains.
Yes, get it, Eliza.
Okay, last time, hopefully. Let me take a sip of water. Let's just,
cleanse the palate.
Cleanse the palate. Degrassi rewatch besties. Degrassi rewatch besties. We're your Degrassi.
Jesus Christ, Caroline.
I'm sorry. It's new.
It is new. This is only the second episode. And I said it last time, so.
You can cut the I'm Avis, but can you lead me in with an I'm Avis?
What?
Never
got
mind.
It. I got it. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
I'm Avis.
I'm Caroline, and we're your Degrassi rewatch besties. That's the best we're gonna get. It was a passable.
I'm just thinking about how I was like, what? And you're like, it's fine. I'm out here alone. And today we are joined by our OG TiddySnake Producer, Alyka, to talk about Degrassi Season 6, Episode 11, Rock This Town. Hi, Alyka.
Hey, y'all.
Welcome back, Alyka. It's been a long time.
We were just talking about how long it's been. Life changes. Life comes at you fast.
Ooh, you ain't lying, child. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. That was a very heavy We're glad to have you back. We haven't had you on for a straight episode since Manny's song.
That is so crazy because it was season 3?
Yeah.
And you're at season 6.
Mm-hmm.
We have had Alyka on twice as a trivia winner, though.
She's been on for
contestant.
Right, Alyka has been on for trivia. Our trivia is notoriously difficult because Caroline does not fuck around.
I am diabolical.
In these trivia streets, so...
I feel like the last one was really difficult, but the in-betweens, like season 4 and season 5, I felt like I was literally answering it myself and got all of them right. I was like, why couldn't this have been when it was my turn? Because I am the all-time loser of the trivia pod. Nobody has lost as many trivia sessions as I.
You also were true, isn't it?
You were also a crash test dummy on our first ever.
I've yet to have a proper comeback because I always lose.
I mean,
that's
that
why
might
we let
have
you come back because the first was so diabolical. I don't know. Throw your hat into the ring and you get double entry because Patreon.
Every time, but
every single time.
Like I had like how many entries with that one contest? I had like I forgot. It was double. It was like 6 or 7, and it still passed me. I was like, it's just for some reason.
But then somebody else sent like $50.
Yeah.
And they ended up, and it was like, it just was that suddenly there was somebody else on the wheel with comparable entries.
And it just, the wheel was like, nope, I think I'm not gonna do that. Yeah.
Yes, I just always love
But
it.
anyway, try out for trivia.
Try out for
or enter
trivia. Enter
in our
trivia.
Facebook group.
Y'all know I'm
Yeah.
usually the first comment. Don't even play.
Very much
I stay
so.
into me. I'm always there.
Very active in the group and as a whole. So, and you're
out
also one of our
moderator.
mods.
Yeah, Alyka's one of our mods.
Alyka's one of our
Yes.
mods in the group. If you're not in the Facebook group, you should change that, because not only do we have an excellent mod team, we also do caption contests, and we just talk general Degrassi on there. We have, a lot to offer. So
And my elimination matches, those are really good because they take a lot of time to come up with the episode.
Yes.
Just whatever the matches are, and they're not things that you can find other people do in all these other groups. This is
Absolutely
my mind, and a little bit more participation would be beautiful. Because
that would be nice.
Make them look good. Like I had the whole thing for Pride and didn't get to finish the Pride.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do Pride 2 Electric Boogaloo, because
Pride is every month.
Why can't Pride Month also be this month?
This
month's already started, but September.
I'm still thinking of using it outside of it being
fucking gay as fucking September.
Let's do it.
I never even got to get to Palix. Like I had a whole thing with Marco Dillon versus Palix. Like promise you, I had a whole 6 more rounds to do.
I have opinions on that, which is Palix, but I guess just an opinion. But yeah, no, I think that definitely just needs to happen because we're gay all the time. It's also Degrassi.
Bisexual all day, every day.
So let's do it. And if you don't participate, then you suck.
Hey, some people just are busy. Okay.
I mean, they're up all the time.
I guess though, it's just liking a post. I was thinking
it is the minimum effort for social media.
Doom scrolling TikTok versus just press a react button. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Alyka, do you want to lead us into this episode?
Yes.
Oh, right. Yes.
Okay, y'all. Ready?
Yeah.
Roses are red. JT is dead. That's it. That's the poem. Because before I continue, it kills me because, this is something that we three have discussed, is that I have always liked JT and other people don't. And so I'm one of the very few that will die on the JT hill, I guess, alongside him. But this actually broke my heart when it first premiered, okay? So, the blondness of Caroline, it was kind of one of those dark humor, bruh, he doesn't even get more than that's the poem.
I bet you're fucking levitating. I love this poem so much. It's so good.
I'm really proud of it. Thank you. I don't know. It's not even about my feelings about JT. I just was like, this is the funniest thing I can write today.
That was, literally straight to the point, dude. No need for violence, because once you're in the grave, it's roses anyway. But it is what it is.
He really is dead though. It's fine, and I think that's all you need to say in a poem. I kind of want that on a button, or a sticker.
We can get it on a button and a sticker. We can.
Cool. Because what did I say about roses? Roses really smell like
poo.
I have such a love-hate relationship with that song because it's a fucking banger, but it is so new to me.
Caroline, I'm sure if you had $1 now.
Caroline, you have so many songs that are positive about you, though.
You'll never get an Avis or an Alyka song, but there's
name one that's not Sweet Caroline.
Chelsea, Caroline by Amin.
Name another
bad thing. Fine as hell.
That's not so many.
That's enough. How many songs do I have? How many songs
isn't there an Avis jingle?
Hell no. People don't even use Avis. I don't even use Avis. They're overpriced.
I
Fuck.
said something to you. The only Avis I've ever known was the company. Like, I dead ass said that to you one time. Like, I kind of have half of the song, okay? So when the song came out in 8th grade, it became my nickname because people, but Petey Pablo's Freak-a-Leak, people call me Freak-a-Leaka. So I stuck with it. But because of the spelling of my name being Alyka, the pronunciation is like Leeka. You know what I mean? So like nowadays it's a gamer tag and I claim it. I'm Freak-a-Leaka. But anytime like somebody like had a cup of water, like when I used to work in a restaurant, the dude that came up with it, he's like, oh, the cup's leaking. Like, and then, it just coasted. But that's all I got. A song about
I like that.
fucking lots of women. And my
I
name's
like
Ava.
that.
The entire senior class is going through some shit. Manny is adjusting to a post-Craig world. Liberty still loves JT. JT isn't comprehending that he still loves Liberty. Emma's Emma, and Toby just got his ass kicked by like 5 dudes last week. Fortunately, Spike and Snake are out of town, giving the kids a venue to blow off some steam and throw Liberty a birthday party she didn't really want. Unfortunately, some unruly Lakehurst boys show up and JT winds up bleeding out in Liberty's arms. Happy birthday, Liberty!
Oh my gosh. All Liberty wanted to do was finish the reminder about the Peace Summit and go home.
Yeah. She hates her birthday and now she will never. Until she'll be like 45 and she'll finally reclaim her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Can you write that fan fiction?
There's so many things I should do for Liberty. Primarily writing her a fan fiction, I guess, is an act of service I can do for her because she surely gets all of the ringer through this episode. It feels like, okay, no one remembered it was her birthday because Emma's got to be like, there's absolutely no occasion to celebrate. There's nothing. There's no reason. We have no reason to throw a party. Absolutely none. No occasion whatsoever.
You're teenagers. Your parents are out of town is reason to throw a party.
We should have a party.
Trauma. You make a good point. Because literally something that I was like stuck on. It's really weird. Because like if we go to just that whole opening scene, okay? Manny all of a sudden wants to be really, and I love Manny. She's my favorite all time. But like Manny was all of a sudden really sweet to Liberty. Like she's her bestie just because of the fact she wanted to use the birthday as an excuse for the party. But that whole time Liberty was pregnant, she was literally never seen anywhere in support or anything for her at all. And then to be all like, we'll have mucho combo during the party. And then you never see
girlfriend
her during the party. And then she's more concerned about a boy than the party. And she just broke up with Craig. But make sure it's all about Liberty though, okay? Yeah, it's just
well, I have like the 3 horsemen of the apocalypse going on with this episode. One of them is Manny, one of them is Jay, and one of them is Toby. But for now, because we're talking about, and somebody remind me that I said that, because it's going to come up later, and I'll explain the other two.
Because there's only an A plot in this episode, really.
Well, I guess, yeah, there is. Well, no, that's one of the things I like about it.
It's school before the party. It's the party. It's the puddle of piss and in Liberty's arms in the alley.
The B plot
is
the centered around Damien and Manny because they're having a little flirty thing going on.
Yeah, technically.
And then it becomes Manny trying to set Liberty up for Damien because she does her whole makeup and trying to make her look good to make her feel better, but also other boys. So that kind of is the B plot.
Also, Sean and Emma are trying to fuck.
Yeah,
Sean and Emma are trying to fuck, and Emma
but that's the thing,
actively avoiding getting fucked.
Like a small plot.
It's all kind of meshed. It's all kind of intertwined.
Right, like even in a story that should arguably be like Liberty being the leading lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yet again, our girl is a secondary character.
She is. Everybody has to push forward this to make this happen. Like, Liberty does not do anything except reveal what we already knew and what JT knew and didn't really need to be revealed. And he's acting
Right.
so my problem with this version of JT is this version of JT doesn't show up in any other fucking episode. Where is this JT in the rest of the fucking show where he always has sage things to say and he's just like thoughtful, and he's like, "Oh, you've been down lately. Why the fuck has she been down lately, JT?"
That's so funny
No,
because
it's
I
not.
literally was sitting there like, why is it JT is so extra nice? And the thing is, to us, our point of view as viewers, we didn't know the lead up, but like the writers though purposely set this man up to be extra sensitive, knowing that the actor was going to be written off. That made us think that JT was actually maturing. But like the last episode, y'all were just beefing though.
Right, he was just being a dick.
Yeah, he was just being a dick 10 seconds ago.
I mean, she deserved it because she was actually being really rude about the whole baby, you know, the
She was being super fucking rude.
They were not. So he was rage baiting, in my opinion. And I don't know if I phrased it like that in the episode, but his ass was rage baiting Liberty. Because how fucking dare you bring up a fucking daycare? Maybe if you had cared this much about a daycare or childcare when the bitch was pregnant, it's not to call Liberty a bitch, but for these purposes, maybe she would have felt like she could have kept the fucking child, but instead you want to go fucking play house with a grown-ass, that child is grown as shit. Mia's baby is a grown-ass child. Like, why is she so large? And, like, her eyes, she knows too fucking much, and she's just quiet. I don't like it. It's weird. And like, you're just gonna say, okay, this, like, she deserves to have this option. Well, Liberty deserved to have a partner who didn't fucking flip out and then go supply, like, basically steal drugs and implode their entire fucking life, leaving Liberty with feeling like she had no choice but to give up her child.
So, like, I'm not going to be biased, even though JT's my favorite, because I do see both points. But I can say that JT never did do anything, because before the whole drug came about, he did try to get them an apartment. And when it realized it was too expensive, then he felt like he had no other choice. And that's kind of why people turn to selling drugs anyway, is because of the money and because of how quick you could get it. So although he didn't handle it responsibly in that aspect, he did still try to get them somewhere to live. And when they realized it was too much, then he was the one to convince her, hey, we got to tell your parents. We need some help. He went to his grandmother first and revealed the pregnancy. You know what I mean? So, like, I wouldn't say he never tried. He definitely did. He just didn't handle it the way that he should have. But JT has always been immature. So a lot of immature boys are going to go to the streets before they go to the, Job Corps or something. You know what I mean? Like,
Here's my thing though, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, is, and I will die on this fucking hill, is that, yeah, shit spiraled and he was a kid and shit spiraled. And he was a kid as far as this goes too, but this is what's fucked up to me is JT knew he did not need a king size condom. He put Liberty's, like, well-being at risk for his ego. And she made a poor choice in going along with it.
Yeah. But she loved him.
It's not even necessarily about she loved him. She's an insecure teenage girl. And that doesn't excuse it, but it's not, her going along with it is not the same as him proposing it. It's just not.
Well, the risks would never be the same for him, and they've never been the same for him. All of these things that Liberty has gone through are a direct result of JT. She didn't ask for him to wear that big ass and I feel like it goes into her disillusionment, like, that she is, like, cares about him so much that she was just not reading into any of the clear signs that JT has never been someone you need to trust your bodily, like, wellness or, bodily well-being with. Like, you just don't trust JT with that kind of shit. Like, he is just the worst. Like, had Liberty gotten pregnant by anybody else, I feel like she would have had that baby.
For sure. And the thing is, the penis pump did absolutely nothing for a stack of dimes.
Right. And not that was what she needed, because, like, Liberty arguably doesn't really get a resolution. it's not like we know what happens to her, what she does with her life beyond like when they decide to like stop writing her character, which they never really wrote her character, but it just feels like if Liberty had she was in love with this guy for years and really never had a significant relationship with anybody else. And the show doesn't let her move on in the season between her first love and, having to give up the baby with her first love and then that first love getting killed. There's no breathing room. Like, Liberty is sulking the entirety of this season. She is the troll under the bridge. And then they decide to let her be Little Miss Sunshine this episode. And then they also decide to let JT be like her easy breezy, beautiful knight in shining armor. And I hate it. Because these are not these characters, and it's like night and day to how you've been writing Liberty. Because like I said, you have been writing her like she is a fucking dog.
And that's why, like, I feel like Sarah's acting could have been better in a lot of it, and I do not fault her for it. Because even though
she was disengaged, I would understand.
Even though it's such a short amount of time, her acting when she finds him and that scream,
yes, haunting,
are perfection. And we've seen Sarah act. I'm full offense. The writing has really fallen apart.
So that takes me to this point, and this is something. There was a TikTok video that I watched. It was one of those like collages of JT and Liberty's relationship throughout the years, right? And I put this in the comment, and I'm going to extend it a little bit here. People came from ahead, but hear me out. Basically, this whole arc between Liberty and JT to me was like a Craig and Ashley 2.0 because it started off as one thing and ended as another. Basically, she went from simping over JT for like 4 years to finally getting in her first real long-term relationship, because we don't count the other guy that never spoke or was even around. You know what I mean? To then being pregnant
them so hard,
and
though.
selfish and mean to JT, then being hateful to JT after giving up the baby, and then being jealous over Mia and his relationship and his fatherhood tendencies, to then all of a sudden remembering why she loved JT in the first place, because she realized what she truly had. And by the time she realized it and went to chase after them, he slowly dies in her arms. Like, what the actual fuck writers?
And what even fucking changed? What changed?
His breathing.
Toby's incel story.
And then, what is that? Because,
what the fuck?
He's a lapdog all of a sudden to Liberty when JT is still around. Just like the previous episode where he was trying to chime in about, hey, you should let JT speak. And she just gives him a look and he's like, or not. And
or not.
Since when, before JT's death, has she ever been in charge of you? Because this didn't happen until after where they had, spoiler, little thing. But like, why all of a sudden? So between Rick and Toby's arc there to now, we didn't see anything else really pertaining to Toby. Now all of a sudden, when the fight happens in the gym, and then when JT's trying to petition people to help beat up Lakehurst, and then when they actually go for it, where in this timeline did Liberty all of a sudden like be in charge of Toby, and why does Toby no longer have a backbone? Weird. But
I think it's supposed to. He's the vice to her president,
and it's I don't. They are doing a lot of heavy lifting in this episode to try to make this narrative work.
It's not working.
They did not tee it up. They obviously they weren't fucking worried about it, because they did not tee this shit up. This did not get a two-parter. If anything could have gotten a fucking two-parter in this season, it's this storyline. Why did we get 2 fucking episodes of Craig on coke? And we get 1 episode where JT fucking gets stabbed in a pile of piss? Shout out to Evie for that. Because, like, why? I'm so upset that we have to endure 21 minutes of this. And it's not anything they set up. They set up nothing. This is like a standalone fucking episode.
To add on to that.
It's so...
Sorry. To add on to that, okay. Why is it the guy that stabs JT, the redhead, you literally never see him before that. When they were beefing with Lakehurst, Johnny wasn't around, but it was the dude with the
Drake,
dark hair. It was Nick. It was
Yeah,
not
wasn't
why
it?
wasn't he the one to do the stabbing when he was the one that had the major beef anyway? But then Johnny to be there at both parts, and then him later become a character. But like, where did the redhead go?
They
Where did
just want to make it like Drake was there
Prison,
the whole
I know.
time. They're like, this guy was there the whole time. Like, no, there were many nondescript fellows there. This redheaded guy was not one of them.
Never. No, he wasn't there for any of the fights. He wasn't at the gym. So why is the guy that was actually beefing with JT not being
Nick is his name, right? This wasn't his storyline.
And
Yeah, this
JT
wasn't
went to
discussed.
Lakehurst to talk to Nick and still beef with him an episode ago. And now all of a sudden he's not there for this one, and it's just a random guy that's just like, oh, he's walking to his car. Here's my opportunity. And just, what?
This is supposed to be unrelated but related violence. This is within a friend group,
hopped up
kind
on
of.
the idea of this Lakehurst Degrassi war.
And like,
okay, I didn't go to high school. Is that a thing? Did high schools have
Yes and no.
wars?
High schools had rivalries.
We had
They
gang
didn't.
fights.
And where I lived, though it was
You
a
had gang
dangerous
fights,
area, there was
Alyka?
no.
In my school, it was so bad. So, like, I think it was either my sophomore or my junior year. It was literally so bad because Bloods and Crips, that's a thing everywhere. But back home, when people wanted to be real big and bad in those 2000s eras, there was a lot of young teenage boys thinking they was about that street life, and they weren't. So it became a thing. We always had like a 20 to 30 minute block from the time they opened the school doors to before first period actually starting, so you could socialize, do whatever in the halls. And it got to a point where people were beefing so much. There were 3 separate floors. And the way that my school was set up was we had like different halls, and each hall had its own principal. So you have your main principal and the assistant, plus a principal per hall. So we literally had 7 principals. But even that still wasn't enough in one building to prevent gang fights. And it got to a point where there were so many happening like this. You would go down one floor and there was another one. You would go outside, there was another one. For like 2 weeks, it kept just increasing violence, right? It got to a point where the principal said, you know what? These are all a gang affiliated, or so the assumption was. We never got confirmed if they were, but obviously, I mean, we ain't stupid. But they banned anybody from wearing plain red, plain white, plain blue, and plain black shirts because they affiliated it with the gangs. But it was so bad. There was a whole situation where after that, they switched up lunch times. We used to have like 3 major lunches. You were lunch A, lunch B, lunch C. It got to the point where they were like, nope, no more 45-minute lunches. You're going to get 20 and we're going to make 5 of them. So then they separate the school into 5 lunches where you feel like you had no time to eat. And then that got so bad, people literally sat outside the school in a silent protest with duct tape. It made the news and everything, with duct tape over their mouth because they were so mad about the gang violence affecting everybody else. They were like, we can't get our lunches back. We're not going to be in school. So, yeah.
That's fucking intense, Alyka.
Unfortunately, a thing. There's only 2 high schools in the city where all the other high schools are county. But there's literal rivalry just between my high school that I graduated from and the other one. And it's just across town. But it's still a thing, even to this day. It's just how it is. The only ones there, you know.
That happened at my high school was someone got hit with a wrench. It was not gang related.
Yeah, and then it gets silly.
I feel like that ought to be a sticker at this point.
Oh my goodness.
Does anybody have like nightmare, or I don't anymore, thank fucking God. I guess it took being like in my late 20s to stop having this nightmare of wandering the halls of my high school and like.
You're not alone. I never understood why am I in a constant loop of walking my high school.
But yeah, I feel like what my issue with I started to say like the 3 horsemen of the apocalypse, and I want to explain that a little bit.
Yes, I want to hear about this thing.
So Manny is one of them, obviously, because she is the catalyst. She is motivated by her coked up issues with Craig to have a party by any cost. She's like, we're having a party. Another horseman of the apocalypse is Toby. I switched the order a little bit. Toby, because he gives the invitation to the Lakehurst vice president. And by doing that, that's when Derek and Danny's dumbasses overhear. They make the party bigger. The third horseman and then also Lakehurst is invited through that young lady. The third and final horseman of the apocalypse is Jay, because he throws out Drake and Johnny, leading them to pee on his car and, kill the man.
But question, because isn't it 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? And doesn't it make more sense not to be Toby, but to be Derek and Danny? I feel like it would be Manny, Derek, Danny.
Well,
and
then
Jay.
you have to. I feel like you have to include Toby because he made Lakehurst a thing. I don't know that it would have reached.
No, because Manny invited Damien, and that girl was dorkier than Damien. She was making out with Toby.
Well, that and the whole text message of everybody, like Danny and Derek started a whole like text thread.
Danny and yeah,
promote the party.
It's like the rumor thing. It's like you started the rumor, Emma, but it's like no, you started the rumor.
Exactly. So Derek and Danny started the party.
Because they texted everybody and their mama about it, and that's
is it 4 horsemen of the apocalypse? Is it 4?
I think it is. It's 4.
Avis is gonna Google. That is the truth. It is the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Oh, okay. So yeah, conquest or pestilence, war, famine, and death. So I'm going to say that if I have to assign roles here, death has to be Jay. Death has to be Jay. Famine and war are probably Derek and Danny.
Well, wait, no. If we're working under that context, that changes everything. So tell me what they are again.
Wouldn't JT be death though?
Conquest or pestilence?
Do you mean pestilence?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you're on your computer. Let me just look it up as well. We all have magic rectangles.
We do have magic rectangles. Pestilence. No.
Okay.
That lady
I've never heard that word before.
A fatal epidemic disease, especially the bubonic plague, which is my favorite plague.
I feel like that would be more Jay because he had whole ass gonorrhea. So disease that I feel like pestilence is Jay.
So who's
JT is JT. He died.
But like he's not a part of his own apocalypse.
He is because he's the one that started the whole Lakehurst drama in the gym.
Liberty's death. Liberty's death. It's dark. Liberty's death.
What?
Liberty's death. Liberty went out into the night, and JT went out after her.
First of all,
he died in her arms on her birthday.
Could that really be attributed to Liberty's fault? Because
it's not that it's Liberty's fault.
Because JT's just really bad at looking for people.
Wouldn't she be famine because she was thirsty, hungry, wanted JT
He's like,
back?
Liberty.
No, Danny
I guess
and
I'm
Derek
gonna get
are
in
famine.
my car. Yeah, I thought famine needed to be Danny or Derek.
Because they brought in all these people starving for...
Yeah, debauchery and...
So I feel like...
So yeah, we've got disease, essentially, war, famine, and
conquest.
Death. Or conquest.
Like it says both.
Yeah, a false prophet. Or the spread of disease.
Okay. So I feel like, we can continue that being Jay.
Mm-hmm.
And then Liberty is death.
Poor Liberty.
Can we just throw Ellie
Derek and Danny are sharing.
Famine.
Because I feel like Ellie would be part of that too, though, because like, look how stupid she was last episode. Now she wants to apologize to Manny at this party about
But she doesn't
Greg.
apologize. She doesn't apologize. She
Like
says,
that little voice
in my head.
It was
that little voice in my head. It's telling me I should apologize, and then she just stands there.
And then she was like, "What did she say? We really screwed up, huh? Like
he really
that was
messed with us. He really messed with us.
No,
like,
he
girl,
messed with you. Manny knew better.
You thought you had a girl boss moment, and you really didn't because you didn't even apologize.
Right,
So
Manny
mad.
tried coke one time, said no thank you. Craig was like,
No,
this is
thank
my
you.
life now. She said, okay, bye.
She said, I'm gonna go. you can
I'm dumping
continue
your
to
ass.
do
When she
that.
say, he's like, don't ruin it, like his day, and he's like, where are you going? What did she say? I'm
Well,
about
if
to do one of
Ellie's
the
a
two things
horseman,
that
she's
ruin your day.
conquest. She's a
Well,
failure of
a false
conquest, but she's
prophet.
conquest.
Well, what would Manny be then? Manny's got to be involved in this. I'm sorry. Manny's involved in this. The fact that Manny is just like on the war path, maybe war.
She's an
Okay,
innocent
you know,
bystander.
okay,
She was
wait,
just
though,
trying to have a good
because
time
she-
after a breakup.
I mean, but she also uses duplicitous means in order to make this whole thing happen.
I mean, if Manny's any of them, she's conquest then.
Yeah.
She's
okay.
the first horseman. She leads the way. She
The
manipulates
false
this party
prophet.
into her happening.
And then she quickly becomes fucking overwhelmed by this party. Like, she's the one who wanted it, and then she is quickly overwhelmed by it.
I think she's more overwhelmed by Damien's presence and her wanting to be boy crazy again, and then just remembering she's got over a breakup, but also Damien is supposed to be there for Liberty. You know?
But she's like, people are also trashing the house. Like, there's a Mean Girl moment.
Worst birthday of anybody. Like, this is a horrible
Again,
birthday.
where is Liberty besides when
There's
she talks to JT?
We don't get, it's not about Liberty. This party is not about Liberty. It's literally like Manny, like, oh, this is a fertility symbol. This is not like a toy. And she's grabbing it like, this is the vase from the Undabelli tribe. Does that mean nothing to you?
Not really.
It's like, who are you? Like, that's what it's like, stamp. Like,
and Emma is too drunk to like make sure she's focusing on her own house.
Emma's such a
She's trying to get
Sean
some
not realize until they were down in that basement how drunk Emma was. And can we talk about how Emma pours out of a completely full bottle?
Yeah, she does.
Like, you can't do that. Your parents are gonna know. I mean, I guess she ended up drinking the whole bottle.
She ended up drinking the whole bottle. She's like, very ready, sexy man. And he's like,
that was like a shitty bottle of tequila. Like, I don't trust tequila. That was a weird bottle for tequila to come in.
It wasn't a good. I'm sure that it was not top. It was
no. It looked
low
like a brown liquor.
And where they
bottle.
put the flecks of gold in there. That it's not real.
Goldschlager.
Yeah, that's not. It's like, that's fake tequila. Real tequila is clear.
Well,
just so you know,
a lot of these real tequilas ain't real either.
Yeah,
Jose Cuervo going through it.
Yeah, Jose Cuervo is literally like a fucking fraud because like it's just not like, spend a little money, get you some shit that's like a little bit more expensive. I hear Casamigos is
part of the lawsuit.
Oh, I hear but isn't it better?
They're the same parent company. No, they're both.
Didn't they get bought by somebody, or were they always that way?
I mean, they've always been the company, but the issue is that they're saying that it's a percentage that it's not, because the majority of the liquor is not full on alcohol. It's agave and extra shit. It's not actual. So they're telling you it's this percentage, and it's really not even that much.
So it's false advertising. We're getting
but it's like there's like 10 different types that are involved between like rum, whiskeys, and tequilas.
I'll have to look. I mean, you know, I don't really drink tequila nor rum, nor really. I don't keep up with big liquor, but I'll have to look into that.
I saw Guinness was on that list too, actually. That's a whole thing.
This party is very lively.
Too lively.
There's so much happening.
And too unlively, but it's how to do it.
I feel like Manny and what's his name? Damien is always. Can we talk about how Damien's vibes were always off?
Damien's vibes are super off.
I hate his face.
He's always been sus.
But Damien is a character. He's just one of those faces that are just like.
Is this the first that we've really?
Yes, this is the first time we see him
because of the peace. The keep the peace.
Rally.
He's gonna be more. This is how they start inserting these people, or trying to insert them, quote, organically into the fucking plot. And it's like, I don't care. I hate this.
You should have been building your fucking lower classmen.
You should have, and then you wouldn't have to do dumbass shit like this. Like the fact that his ass is walking around in a fucking sweater fucking sweater collar like combo. This whole fucking episode pisses me off. I hate what he's wearing. I know it's fashion, but it lends to his overall fucking sus douchiness. And I know this is how dudes dressed. I don't miss this time. When everyone was dressing like Chris Brown and fucking Run It, I hate it.
Tees,
like just
pants or sweater vests.
Bye. Okay? Bye, Damien. And he is just the worst kind because he is automatically locked in on Manny. And Manny kind of always does this where she's like, this is clear that this guy is not interested in the person you're trying to pawn him off on. Why are you trying to make somebody feel something that they're not feeling? Like this, she did this with Emma and who else did she do? Emma and Chris.
They actually came in. And that's weird that you made that point because look, there's a parallel here. Manny tries to introduce Emma to Chris. It wasn't the time, but they eventually get together. And foreshadowing, Manny's trying to push Liberty and Damien together. Doesn't work. But what happens the next time? Emma is involved in that too. So why is that a thing? But why is it that Liberty can't get somebody and Emma? I mean, it's a mess. Like, why do they keep writing these ladies?
Even if Manny wanted to hook up with Damien, like, can it not happen tonight?
Yeah, it
was so rush. Like just that morning, she was ripping up Craig's picture from her locker, like.
Right. I mean, and maybe that's the rush.
Craig is
always make Manny.
Is Craig the fifth man of the fifth horseman? Fifth horseman. Let's
just say that Craig is the apocalypse. He's the nuke bomb that comes down and just ends it all.
I don't think you can blame JT being stabbed by Lakehurst in a war that started because JT got mad because somebody called Mia a slut.
I can at least put a domino in there. It's a domino in the overall domino effect of it all. Because Manny would just not be raging for a party like this if Craig did not do coke about it and break up their fucking relationship.
But it was also JT's idea to do it for Liberty because she needed some cheering up. So it was his idea technically to make it for Liberty.
That's true.
She just wanted the party because Emma just wanted to have a get together with her and Sean and his play couch and whatever.
Which sounds just a setup for a threesome. Can we talk about how, like, me, you, and Sean, a cozy movie? Like, what are you trying to get us all the fuck?
Why would she want that?
That doesn't. This sounds like
party. Emma's just weird.
Sounds like you want us all to fuck, and I don't. That's not what I want.
Or watch
and I don't think that's it.
Or watch you guys.
Emma's
fuck.
Trying to lose her virginity.
Right. So why would having your best friend there?
I don't know, because she figures she can be like Manny, sleep upstairs in Jack's room.
Or go home, and then we'll, nightcap later.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, she had it in mind in the morning and mentioned it later.
I mean, if I'm honest, I have had sex while a friend who was staying with me was downstairs. But she wasn't staying in my room. We weren't, because, like, where does Manny sleep? Don't they sleep in the same bed?
I think they have separate beds.
Where's fucking Manny's bed? Where is her bed?
I've never seen her sitting laying in Emma's bed. I've never seen her.
I thought I
saw
her
the bed. It's like there's no way that they're sharing a bed.
That would be that'd be weird. But like, I have not seen another fucking bed.
A long weekend,
right? But this has been months and months and months of. This is a permanent living situation.
There is a time where they're talking. I remember seeing her sitting on something while Emma was over here, but they didn't actually show if it was a couch or a physical bed. There's definitely something there.
Yeah,
I don't think it's ever technically shown.
We can't legally call it a livable space.
It doesn't. This can't be called a bedroom.
Just a room.
It doesn't legally qualify. Yeah,
it would not say it is up to code.
It's weird that what kind of operation are you guys running down there? I don't. I'm just wondering the logistics because, like, if Manny indeed sleeps in this bed, so you're fucking in the same bed that you share with your best friend.
There's no way that
the layout of that bed,
Manny has been there so long.
The layout
Manny
of
has
the
been
basement
there since the beginning of season 5.
Okay,
and we
but
are
where
now like
would her
halfway
bed
through.
go?
She would
Because
probably
it's
sleep
like,
in the living room, though, no?
where would her bed go? Because it's the window, and then there's all that. There's the sink there. There's this laundry stuff right there on that wall. And then her bed is right across from that. And then there's the stairs that are facing the room.
Maybe
And then
Manny's
in
bed
that
is
corner,
under the stairs.
there's the bathroom.
So
That
the
that little
space,
accordion thing back there, that was where she did the bulimia stuff. That's the bathroom.
the space where all the cameras and the crew are hiding is where her bed is. We just never see it because they're always standing there. That's really what
There's
it is.
also a vanity in the mix. There's a vanity there.
And a pole in the middle of the room, might I add.
But there's no way. That's not. It's
So
been
maybe it's possible
been
she
like
has the
a
little space
year.
next to the stairs on the left-hand side, next to the stairs, because Emma's bed is to the right of the stairs, and it takes up a substantial amount of room. So Manny's working with the twin-size bed in the left-hand corner, next to the stairs.
I've done that before as a teenager. It does suck, but it's manageable.
She does not have a full bed. There's no room.
She probably has a futon and it folds, if anything.
A cot.
Oh, that's a point. A cot or futon. Let's hope
It
for a
definitely
futon.
folds.
Oh my gosh, it's weird. But either way, Manny is being shafted out of her fucking sleeping space. Because even if she's not sharing the same bed, nobody's gonna be laying in that. This is not college. I'm not laying across from you while you're fucking your boyfriend. And thank God I didn't have to do that in college, because I quickly got my own fucking room. I had to hear my roommates fucking next door. And that was wet chicken sounds I hate.
Okay, but here's the thing is I can see Spike being the kind of mom to be like, look, Manny, here's the deal. We're going out of town. I changed the sheets on our bed. You can sleep on it if you want to. Do not fuck anybody in my bed. Don't have a party, but if you do have a party, do not fuck anybody in my bed, because then we're going to have a problem. But like, you've been sleeping on a cot under the basement stairs for like a year and a half now because your dad threw you out for being a loose girl.
Oh my gosh.
So why don't you sleep in my like big bed for the weekend?
Manny's getting the Harry Potter treatment over at Emma's house.
It's not intentional though. They're just really poor.
They
also
don't have
think
they don't. And it's possible that the writers just didn't think that we would think this deeply, but I want to know where the fuck Manny sleeps. Because this girl's gone through enough, okay? She's gone through enough. At the end of the day, she deserves, because you tell me she's coming home from that fucking hospital and she's gotta like unfold her bed? She just had a fucking mental breakdown in that fucking hospital and she's gotta unfucking fold her fucking bed.
Oh, Manny.
It smells like throw up down there. Because Sean did such a poor job.
Emma threw up again.
Sean did such a poor job of holding Emma's hair that there's no doubt in my mind that she puked on the fucking floor. There's no fucking doubt in my mind. So
this
Manny's
whole
coming
such a
home.
mess.
She's fucking sad. Slips in Emma's vomit. And still has to unfold her fucking bed. She's like, I want to go home. I hate it here.
That visual is something else. That should be canon. Oh my goodness.
I feel so bad for her.
And it's probably smells like mildew on top of that.
She moves home the next episode. She's like, I'd rather be slut shamed by my father than sleep in this vomit hellhole.
Oh, she really does. She's like, I think it's time for me to go home. And it's just like, what? You're right. That does happen next fucking episode. Yeah, I don't blame her for putting feet to the road after this.
I mean, no, I don't either.
I would flee the fuck to safety. What do you mean violence has been committed 800 feet from this fucking house? In the piss alley. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. I believe this could be a standalone
episode though, honestly.
There are. There are a lot of bodily fluids.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Spit swapping, puking, blood dripping,
Tears.
pee going, tears.
Tears, many tears, many
And
tears.
we ended all at a hospital. How?
Oh God, and you know
Terrible.
Liberty had to be panic sweating.
Oh God.
At
And
least she was wearing a
also,
dress.
and she's
that is
covered
a
in
fucking
piss.
like
She's covered in
And
piss.
blood. She
And
had blood
blood.
all
And
over her
blood.
shirt.
She's covered in piss,
And tears.
mucus, blood. Yeah. Because we all know Liberty ugly cries. It's okay. She's got that, like, snot bubble.
You know what, though? When she shows up to the hospital, like, other than a couple of blood stains, she looks pretty good.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Hair,
Face
I
carved.
love her
Not
hair.
a swollen eye, nothing. And she's just been
Why don't they
screaming
let
in
Liberty
the streets.
be pretty and fashionable?
The
They let
liter- the way-
everybody else glow up.
The fact that they gave her a full outfit reveal just to show that fucking JT is slumped in the alley is crazy. It's crazy to me because the one time they show us Liberty's shoes, it's because we also got to see JT's dead on the ground.
And
He's bleeding out.
Did you
Her little
notice
purse?
Avis, that she had and a jean jacket moment?
Yes. Her jeans, her little cute ass jeans. I'm like, this is such a cute outfit. Her hair is so cute. I'm so pissed off that the only reason they're giving us a full outfit reveal is because they want to be messy.
Well, and then fuck Toby, and he doesn't look as cute, but poor Toby has what could have been the coolest night of his, like,
I know.
little Toby teenager life, where he's like, yeah, I made out with this hot smart chick all night.
Haven't seen him with anybody since
Kendra.
Thank you. And
Kendra's ass has been irrelevant
because his best friend just died. Crazy
yeah.
work.
And he tells him, because they have that spicy Mia Ball sub and oatmeal conversation, and he reassures JT that that's why he's falling back on Liberty, because he loves her and he whatever bullshit they've got to conjure up. Whatever bullshit. I don't believe this load of malarkey. But he said
for breakfast.
Is it a Mia Ball sub?
What kind of oatmeal?
I combine them because one pack isn't enough, so I'll do like either brown sugar cinnamon with apples or the other spice with apples, but never just one or the other. I have to combine the flavor.
Yeah, that's a good combo to do the brown sugar with that apples. I love oatmeal with a little dehydrated fruit. I'm just a girl.
Brown sugar slaps with peaches and cream too.
I love peaches and cream so
Strawberries
fucking much.
And cream.
Strawberry, give me that little sampler pack. Even the
honestly, brown
blueberries
sugar
and cream
fucks
will
with pretty
hit
much
sometimes.
anything.
Yeah. But it's like, I mean, Toby is like, go get her, go ahead, and then fucking
go to her, JT.
JT proceeds to do so in the worst possible way that anybody else has ever pursued someone, because he is in no hurry. He's got no urgency. Why are you going that way? Okay, you went that way. She's not that way. Why not go the other way? Why are you just automatically hopping in your car?
Why are you just walk away from this? You know that these guys are assholes and losers.
Yes.
Like, just walk away.
You see them pissing on your car. All right, I need to leave. I need to go. I walked in on some bullshit and I'm going to go.
Noticing it, paying attention to it is only going to make things worse.
Mm-hmm.
Just walk away.
He did not even.
Not to victim blame. He didn't deserve to get stabbed.
He did not deserve to get stabbed, but he also did such a piss poor job, no pun intended, of looking for Liberty. Like, why? She could not reasonably have gotten far on foot. This conversation just occurred. Why are you thinking you're going to be able to, this is more effective in my car? No, just walk your long ass down the street. You'll find her, especially since she walked up from the direction that you were heading in, actually. So you could have just walked further instead of being like, I'm going to stop the walk on pursuit and I'm going to hop in the whip.
He went to pull a J and scoop her up with his speakers.
What happened last time you were driving the car And
Stop.
and you and Liberty were having an emotionally charged conversation, bitch. You don't need to be driving at what. Just go find her on foot. You'd
You
still
show
be
her.
alive. Not
But
to victim
honestly,
blame.
realistically though, how many people are going to walk away when they see somebody pissing on their car?
Me, I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah, I don't need to fuck with whatever's happening there.
No,
It's
I'm
already
just.
People will walk
done.
away, but
Like,
the majority of
I'm
people
gonna be
out here
like,
really would confront the person. I mean,
I'm gonna
that's
be
just
like,
how
what the
people are.
fuck, man? But like, I also there's
I
car
don't-
washes, and I'm gonna just go take my car to a car wash.
Yeah,
I don't have time for that
think that
shit.
there's anybody that like hates me that much. And so if that is happening, I'm going to assume that that person is unwell.
Right.
And I can come
Or
back in a
drunk.
minute. I can
Or drunk. And then
Or
that
drunk.
can quickly become belligerent, you know, especially if they don't give a fuck and they're relieving their themselves on my car.
Right. Yeah,
I might
no,
get
I
a
would
distance
I would
away
keep
and try
walking.
to throw something
But I
at
don't
them.
know that I
Or
would have as a
something like that.
teenager. I don't know that I would have as a teenager.
I was always
'cause-
sort of cautious. I probably would have would have walked away and then tried to get something like a bottle and throw it at them, to like startle them, like a safe distance, a watching distance, if you will.
How far can you throw a bottle?
Pretty fucking far, especially if it's got a little liquid in it. That shit'll fly. Yeah. I'm gonna do that because that's gonna fuck you up, and that's anonymous too. That's a fucking anonymous, and then that's chastised. You're chastised for pissing on my car. You're gonna remember that when you wake up tomorrow with a fucking nug on your head, because I'm always aiming for the head, bitch.
And it was so quickly from I would never confront them, but I'm gonna throw a bottle at them. How about that?
Because I can also fucking run. I can also fucking
do something though. Like,
well, yeah, I would do something, but I would do something safely. And I think that there's just an argument that that's not safe to really approach somebody that you don't know what their intentions are.
I don't think throwing a bottle at them either is, you know.
I feel like that's kind of fucked up.
Mid-nerve is gonna make it any better. And then he's holding a pocket knife the whole time.
I'm not saying
But if I'm
that
far
it's
enough
okay.
away, like
no, Avis, I'm sorry, because what if it is just some drunk guy?
I'm just saying.
Or what if it is somebody who is like unwell? Like, yes, it sucks.
And unwell people will
I
so
feel
far.
so strongly about this that I'm willing to concede that it might be an overreaction.
Oh my god! Please
However, don't fucking piss on my car. Don't piss on my car, bitch. You're gonna walk away wishing you hadn't. Okay.
I wasn't planning to.
No, roses are red. Miss Rose
Violets
are
are
bottle.
blue.
That's it.
Bitch,
That's
if you
all.
piss on my car, I'll hurt you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think a nerve would touch.
That would have been a good poem too. Is like roses are red, violets are blue. I pissed on your car. Now I'm gonna stab you.
Oh my god,
That
Caroline.
can be sticker for sure. Or I'll throw a bottle at you.
Oh. Yeah, I'm filling up that good old Coke bottle and I'm launching it. I'm launching it.
I wish that like you could be like a decorated poet for writing roses are red poems about Degrassi, because I feel like I am
You're
the
a
best
poet laureate at this
it.
point. Yeah.
You could literally make a book and it would still go somewhere because like that
would
is
be
so rare.
Cute.
You can literally send your poems into a company and they make it into a book. And if you want physical copies, you can order a mini. You can throw that. Like, people don't have to write
do that,
novels
actually.
anymore for a book to be published. Like, think about a kid's story.
Yeah.
A few pages with a little bit of words and some pictures, and it's a book. So if you just the Degrassi themed book,
we can make a picture book. Yeah,
even a picture book, right? And just,
or just
you know,
a big
without
words
using
book.
any Degrassi images or whatever, but make it all like an homage to Degrassi. But
we could do the pastas and just dress the pastas up.
Oh my
I mean,
God,
honestly, that would be so cute. Yeah, I think that'd be cute. We should, once we get to a certain, we have not tracked how many fucking episodes we have, and I can see that on RSS, but I need to, once we get to know how many episodes we have, we can print, I think we should get to at least 100, and then we can distribute the 100 Roses Are Red poems.
And then
Mhm.
festival
Yeah.
merch.
Mhm.
Put that in the store. Y'all can definitely sell it.
Because I love these poems. They delight me. And I think it would be amazing to have them in a book form to just be able to flip through and read one when I need a fucking hoot.
And then as an extra perk, give them some never before heard ones, right? Just the Mind of Caroline. That has a ring to
I
it.
think it should have also the episode synopsis so that you know. Because some of them are obvious and some of them are less so. And if we were going to do it, I would want to go back and rewrite the synopsises for the early ones to be, I think,
more in line with what you do now.
What we've been doing this season. Because
I mean, it would be a book, and I think we could do that.
Yeah,
I think it would be
I
can definitely, I can see it happening, dude. Because these are already pretty much written. It would just need a couple tweaks.
If you would not even buy that, if that's something that, if that's
that
something
you would
that
enjoy,
you would, like, enjoy.
Because I see it as like, do you guys remember those word of the day calendars or like those quote of the day calendars that you used to, or you can still, some people still keep them on their desks because they were like a requirement when I first started working. You had to have desk things, and it's like, oh, my word of the day is whatever.
Desk things.
But like it could be like one version of the book could be like a Roses Are Red calendar where it's like you have a different Roses Are Red poem. But you could also have a cute little book that's just all of the poems and read one every day. Like, I do not... I read these poems once when we're recording, so I would love to go back and read them. So if that's something you would enjoy, please validate Caroline in the fact that she is fucking hilarious and a Roses Are Red poet laureate, and let us know.
So if you go down the calendar route, each season, so like, when people release calendars, is usually yearly, right? But it could be like year one YMP calendar is all dedicated to season one, Roses Are Red, because if you can get 12 of them in for a calendar, pick out your best 12 out of the whole season, and then year two, season two, et cetera, because there's 14 seasons, bro. You got plenty of material.
We should look into doing a yearly calendar.
And that's not including the movie.
We should.
That's like 16, 17 years worth of calendars you could do Roses Are Red for based off of Degrassi. And then if you go old school, you can do like a limited edition junior high. You know what I mean? Like you can make a whole thing about that. And
that would
just
be
pick
so cute.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's one of my favorite aspects of our show is the Roses Are Red poems. I think that they're very fucking cute. I really like them. And they're delightful to, like, not even just to read, but just to hear. They're funny. I think we should seriously look into doing that.
Sell that shit.
I just realized that like the only one we didn't do a poem for was Shout.
We did not do a poem for Shout.
But given, I mean, it's, we
were like sexual assault.
But by the same token, I feel like when Darcy's shit happens next season, there will be lots of poetry.
So what if you did like a too dark edition?
And it's not that like what happens to Darcy isn't
dark humor edition for
it's not that what happens to Darcy isn't horrific, but it's all just so off the rails.
The tone is also a bit different.
Ridiculous. The tone is so different. Like Shout is such a
moving,
like it's a little hokey,
cinematic.
But it's moving.
There's some like very intense and in like intentional choices that they made to depict it in the way that they did. And I think that they were much more intentional with Shout than they were with Footsteps in the Dark or whatever the fuck it is called.
Whatever the fuck it is.
I think that is a Isley Brothers song, actually. I think something about in the dark, though. Standing in the dark is what it's called. And it's like, obviously it's a very heavy episode, but the way that they decide to do it is also very different from what they decided to do with Paige.
In a way that Shout doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, they also kind of like copy pasted because they took a part of Paige's arc and a part of Ellie's arc with the cutting, and they threw all that on Darcy on top of rebelling because of whatever.
Darcy wasn't really cunning other than that one, like,
But that's what I'm saying. They
suicide
still
attempt,
somewhat.
though.
That's what I mean, though. It's so random to take something like that and just throw it in there for like, oh, one shock factor, two shock factors. Now there's more.
I
You know what
feel
I
like
mean?
they were looking for like the scenes that were visual, because I always remember the scene of Darcy in her cheer outfit, her warm up outfit, like her little yellow coat, and she's got the blood leaking down the bathroom faucet, and she's holding the blade, and like Manny's like, "Oh, sweetie," or whatever. Like that is a very stark scene. Like I remember
Well-
that, but I don't know that they thought about where, like how are we going to get here in storytelling that makes sense. I think they just came up with all of these images that they wanted, and or scenes that they're like, oh, I really want JT to die in a pile of piss. I don't really care how we get there. Like that's kind of how it feels for a lot of
Something
the
about
rest of these
meatballs.
seasons. Yeah, we can throw that food in there again. I think it'll work. It's just like it feels like they start doing more like you were saying, Alyka, I think you said sensationalism. Like it just feels like it's not what they were doing before. That wasn't the tone. Like there are multiple parts of Shout that stand out to me, like when she's daydreaming and it's all like shot differently. It's like a Teen Spirit ad,
Blue
and she's
filter.
all right, and it's all hazy, and she's just looking so dreamy and everything. And then the party, and like just all of the elements stand out to me as like being intentional to the story, whereas it doesn't feel, a lot of these episodes this season, they don't feel intentional. It doesn't feel like, okay, this is a method of, okay, this is how it starts, this is how it progresses, this is how it ends. Like it feels entirely random, which they have admitted they wanted to depict random violence. So it doesn't, and like it feels random. And Craig doing coke, coming home just coked up, feels random.
That
and like
doesn't feel
that's
random.
big.
That
The
doesn't
one
feel
weekend
well,
is
that
random.
one was,
random.
it feels stereotypical rather, not random. It feels like, okay, this is too on, like, okay, he comes home and he's coked up because he's been in the music industry. Like they're not set, like they're doing a lot of things that they're not trying to set up. They're going high concept, low substance.
That's fair. Yeah. They're
Agreed.
not like, yeah. I'll agree with that. I don't think it's unreasonable that Craig comes
No,
home a
Craig,
coke
it's not
addict.
unreasable that Craig comes up on coke addict.
Or
honestly,
unrealistic, or
it
like,
makes it is within his character, because a lot of people who have mental struggles will gravitate
vices.
towards means of medicating themselves
Mhm.
and don't know when to stop, and
Just
don't
like
know,
Peter.
you
It's
know,
always the
right.
ones that have the
plus
worst.
musicians. Is that what you were talking about when you said stereotypes?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't even talking about the bipolar.
No, I was talking about
being
musicians.
on tour.
I was talking about
Okay.
musicians and that lifestyle. But no, I was
Because it
going
is
further
also, and
into
I'm not saying all
self-medicating.
musicians are. Clearly,
No.
Taking Back Sunday is not.
Taking
They
Back
were
Sunday's
aghast.
looking at him like, dude, get some fucking help. Like, you're talented, dude. This shook me to the core. Yeah, it's not out of the frame. It's more that it's a stereotype, that it was very much something that they, and like Craig's character disappears after that for seasons. You know, we don't see Craig for not seasons, at least a season, because Ellie leaves very shortly. When does Degrassi Goes Hollywood? That whole
That's
fucking,
the last time we see him is Go Hollywood when
is that
Ellie
8?
just pops up. I guess maybe 7, like later arc 7,
Oh, God.
7 part B or something.
It's either like the end of 7.
Yeah,
Tell you right
it's
now.
enough time that we
But I
forget
feel
Craig
like-
fucking exists.
I feel like they're still in senior year in 7, because why is Manny there when Darcy gets and Emma's still at school? Like they're still in their senior year in season 7. So it's
Mhm.
got to be the end of 8.
It's the end of 8 because they follow them.
They do a year of college.
Of college, yeah. They've got her in Smithdale. I am just very, This episode tries me because I think like I said, it's a standalone episode in my opinion. There's a lot of things that I don't think you need to know in order to watch this. It's like a PSA episode. And I don't think that like glossing over these characters and making JT seem like the martyr who it's like so tragic that he gets fucking stabbed, and that like other than the fact that it's sad when anybody is a victim of violence, but it's like he does not have to be a super great person, because he wasn't, in order to get stabbed. It's okay. You don't have to do him up like this for this reason.
It's the whole
damn.
Spinner finds out what's her face cheated, and
what's her
that's
face?
why they go to Manhattan.
Oh wait, so that's that's Manhattan, no Hollywood.
That's Manhattan,
Hollywood. Okay,
Hollywood.
Why
When Paige,
Manhattan?
that's Smithdale U.
Okay.
So wait, no, that's when they go on the college road trip,
Paradise
so
City.
that so that Manny can try out for Smithdale U. Ashley and her issues are still in the show.
Trying to see what episode it is.
So it's got to be at the end of this year, because Manny is trying out for college.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Season 8, episode 19 through 22 is what it says, because it's a 4-part episode made into a movie. So season 8, 19 through 22.
Beautiful.
That tracks.
So yeah, we've got some time, because that's the next time we see Craig.
And the last time we see Craig.
Pretty much. Right. Does he come back? No.
If you count the reunion episode where the OGs went back in the next class, that's the only other time you see him after that.
Oh, yeah. I thought there was something with him in next class. But that's so down the road. Yeah, it's very much... I don't appreciate it. Just let JT die. He does not have to be great, because he's not great. And let Liberty be mad. If you establish that Liberty is mad, having her do this complete like 180, I'm seeing stars in my eyes, Mooney for you, like, I'm using a completely different like tone of voice all of the sudden.
Right.
That you haven't
been
used
throwing
it
these
ever,
vibes at
perhaps.
Him. Right. Why did he bring her a pineapple? A very ornate pineapple. Can we talk about that? Did anybody else notice that?
No.
No?
Not really.
Okay, hold on. Because I'm going to take a screenshot of it and I'm going to send it to the group chat, because it's so fucking weird.
We're up to 411 on the Facebook group.
That's badass.
Shout out to... We've been getting an influx. I don't know. Maybe it's because you posted something.
TikTok has also been popping off. Let's talk about your TikToks, honey. Them TikToks. I'd be like, dang, wasn't there a video you literally got like thousands of views for, or like likes or something? I don't remember if it was Degrassi related or one of y'all's, but like it's been popping up over on the TikTok. Y'all go.
We've been doing all right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they've been going viral, y'all.
I can't.
I'm almost there. It's worth talking about. I'm a little annoyed that nobody else even noticed it, but it's okay.
That's fine.
Oh no, she's talking.
I don't know. This is one of those seasons where I tend to not binge watch as often. Like I have a tendency to go back to 3 a lot and maybe 4. But when it comes to binging seasons repeatedly, this is definitely one I tend to skip, or I'll skip episodes.
This season blows.
Because like I felt like they were trying so hard to bring back the shock factor of season 3, where it was too dark. But when you're bringing in a set of new cast members, trying to make it work the same way with the same kind of chemistry and storylines, it feels forced.
They should have been growing the lower classmen the whole
Lakehurst thing should have been more than just the start of the season with buses appearing and the school burned down, because before that you never literally heard of Lakehurst. There was other rivals that you've seen because of sports games, but like when did we ever hear of Lakehurst's existence before that season? Just to have a reason to bring in these new characters.
I bet you Toby burned Blake Hurst down.
Toby and his one little arm. It's yeah, they are like, okay, rival schools, like these like I said, high concepts that they really don't do any work to implement, and they just want them to be there and a thing so bad that they don't do any work. They don't do any work. Just write something. Can you write something, please? That's not, oh, these people are just here.
But you know what I think also happened? Because I remember in the earlier seasons, the actor that plays, what is it, the plays Snake. What's his actor's name? Is it Stefan? He's one of the Stefans, right?
Stefan, yeah, Brogan.
Okay, so back then, I don't remember seeing him under as many writer credits, but if I'm not mistaken, when it got towards like season 4, maybe 5, he actually started becoming more of a writer than he was just a director. So I think also writers changing probably had an effect on that, because they all had different visions. That things like back in the day, we felt like we came across things that weren't ever resolved. They were just thrown in there, and then there was no like continuation. Whereas now I feel like they are doing like a continuation where it loops back together later, like callbacks. But then there's like those random moments of like shock factor, but they go straight to dark. They don't lead us to the darkness like before. They just, it's here, and that's it.
Okay, I'm sending you guys a like very short video of it because it's easier to get that way than a picture.
Okay.
This pineapple thing is weird. Like, is it a callback to something? Because the only thing I can think of it being a callback to is JT's Wet Dreams.
It's so quick. You don't realize it has little cherries on it. Pineapple on a pineapple with the cherry in the center of the pineapple on the pineapple. Why? I don't remember.
I don't know. Quick, though. But Liberty, it's enough to get Liberty to finally say I love you.
Like, it should have just been a ham at that point with all
the fuck
dressing, but like, yeah, it's
right.
But it's so random.
It's
like,
weird.
All the gifts
with Emma back there pouring.
You got a child with this woman, and you give her a pineapple. So, like, I can kind of understand why, because immature JT, that's his style. But like, does she not mean more to you than being compared to a bowl of oatmeal and given a pineapple?
Or it's some weird inside joke of theirs that we never got to see.
Or it's like, hey, pineapples are for swingers. So like, hey, Liberty, you know, come in with me and Mia, you know, we can swing.
I don't think that's what they're doing.
No.
But I could be wrong.
It's so random. It really is.
The fact that they have Emma be like a drunk uncle this whole episode, like giggling and pouring herself.
And it's so out of character for Emma. What is happening?
The way she's pouring, she's like looking in the cup as she pours, like stopping and nobody knows.
Nobody knows that I'm drinking. I'm drinking so sneakily. Yeah, it's bad.
It's all random. And then the next entire episode is when she's like stoner Emma, and that was even more forced and dumb.
You want to like Blaze? Yeah, her substance use is inconsistent. Blaze. Her substance use is inconsistent at best, and negligent at worst. I feel like
I love that comparison.
It's not everybody is on some weirdo shit this episode. And except Danny and Derek, because they're always like that. But everybody else, and I mean, like Jay and Spinner are fine.
Jay and Spinner are like, it's not unreasonable to throw those assholes out.
Yeah. No, I completely agreed with them. Like, we're actually like, you were let into this party, asked to keep the peace.
Why are Marco and company there?
Marco was so fucking happy to get that text. He was like, good. I get finally a party that I don't have to host.
My former teacher's house.
A party I don't have to host, bitch. I'm happy. I've been hosting like 3 parties a week in this university lifestyle. They're mostly study parties, but people still somehow get drunk and throw up on my rug.
But it could be one of those things where they've been out of high school for a little bit, like, oh, you know, our old schoolmates throwing a party. Let's go back for old time's sake kind of a moment.
They're like, we've been out for 10 minutes and we want to go back and hang out with these people that do not have the same
Like, I know
privileges
of
as us
JP
anymore.
because, he was besties with Paige. I know of them, but, President Seeker's Liberty, there was like a small little link, but not enough for it to be like, oh, okay, you're here. Just to add more people to the room, extras and all that.
It was a jump-in party. I will say it was pretty lively.
There's a lot happening.
There's
Ellie
a lot
makes no
of
sense being at a
Ellie
party
is
like
just
that.
there. She's just fucking there. We've got to admit it. There's no real reason for her to be there. They just wanted to tie
Marco
up that
was
little
like,
bit.
Come on, Ellie. And like, why would you do that, Marco? Why would
They
you
needed
drive
to tie
Ellie
up that
to a
thing.
party at Manny's house?
They were
Do
like,
you
if we
hate
don't
Manny?
Yes, she hates Manny because she also didn't defend
does Marco
Manny.
hate Manny?
Yes, Marco. That's what I'm saying. Marco hates Manny. He literally
I
didn't
thought you
defend.
said she.
No, because I have the theory that because Marco literally let Manny be roasted in like a fucking dinner party setting and said nothing in his home. He's supposed to be her good friend. If I'm your good friend, I can also let you know, other good friend, you're fucking up. Why are you talking about my good friend like that? And the fact that he does not check Ellie. He never checks Ellie. She literally makes fun of the fact that she had a sex crime committed against her, and Marco says nothing.
And she's just like, shrug.
So, yeah, he's probably her biggest fucking hater on the low. And the fact that he set her up by bringing Ellie to this party is crazy. Ellie has no business at that party.
Apologize.
Ellie has no business at that party. She does not. Without Craig, she has no relevance to this plot. For real. And there's no reason for her to be there, not apologizing to Manny. You could have not apologized at your fucking house.
Right.
Yeah, this whole... so many things are established this episode. We're going to see more of Damien. Spoiler alert, I hate it. We're gonna see more of the Lakehurst band of fucking clowns. Spoiler alert, I hate it.
We're gonna meet new Lakehurst folks we've never met before soon. Spoiler alert.
Some of them are fine.
Some of them are fine, but spoiler alert, I hate it.
Yeah, Derek does get worse. He becomes more prominently a dick.
Yeah.
They decide to differentiate the two finally. And there's just a lot coming up that I really don't like because of this episode, and I would argue that there's a tone shift again because we were still in that like post-shooting era. There was still really reactionary because of the shooting violence and trying to like address that and grapple with that and like try to make Degrassi a safe space again. And I think to a degree, a lot of people forgot about it and have moved on with their day-to-day, but this is another like violent thing that maybe didn't happen on campus. But Emma's house is going to be a crime scene for a number of episodes, and she doesn't deal with it well, and she spoiler alert is going to have a lot of issues. She's not going to take this well. It's going to trigger her. It's just there's going to be a lot of things that happen because of this.
Emma is just like, after the shooting, I feel like poor Emma is just like constantly at threat of unraveling completely.
Mm-hmm.
Like in that way where like the thing that breaks her is going to be so small. It's going to be like a ketchup packet exploding on her, which sucks. But in the grand scheme of everything Emma's dealt with is so small. And she's just going to lose her mind and murder her husband. That's their future.
Yeah. Well, I am mostly happy that this episode is over as far as the things that I've got to contribute to them.
I will admit I cried.
I am not in the phase of my period where things are making me cry. I feel like today was
You
such a
have to be
stressful day.
menstruating to cry.
Certainly not, but things also that I don't like JT. And I feel like his death is more about the other people around him, and that is usually what makes me cry, but I was also more listening to the episode and I was not really watching it. I watched it 3 times. I will say the one time I did try to look at everybody's faces in the hospital scene because I feel like that's a very significant scene. But mostly I'm not even gonna fucking lie to you guys. I'm emotionally tapped out today. And I think I was just like, let's get this done. I had a better I feel like I'm walking out of this conversation feeling better about the episode than I walked into it with because it's a bottle episode for me. It's not one that I think really represents these characters or even the show as a whole. I think in a way it's a bizarre encapsulation of them trying to make random murders happen. And in Degrassi, it never happens again. So yeah, like just depicting random violence is important, but it's also like so random that it makes the episode just so fucking random.
Like back then, my first premiere, I was 20 versus I'm 34 now. So mentally, back then, it was very shocking because aside from Jimmy getting shot, it was a death that we never expected, regardless if it was JT or somebody else. Degrassi really went there with adding a death to the mix because, like, how can we top what we've already done? Oh, Jimmy got shot, but he didn't die, but let's make somebody die, though. So, yeah, it is weird that JT, of all people, was chosen. But then, of course, knowing behind the scenes the actor wanted to go to, college or whatever his situation was, they had to write him off somehow. So, like, looking at it back then, it was a major shock factor for me because, again, I'm one of the few people that liked JT. I was into stupid boys like that back then. Don't ask, don't tell. But as I'm watching it as a 34-year-old, I can see just how stupid the plot really is.
It's dumb, but and it's like I think we talked about it a while ago that like JT makes the most sense to be the person that gets killed because he
sucks,
does
unless it was Toby.
I mean, he sucks, but he also touches every friend group and he's had a lot of like involvement with multiple people. Like like even people like Paige have had a connection with him and that ripples outward in a way that I don't know that anybody else's death would have done the same.
Yeah.
I feel like if like Toby's just not as much of
he's Ashley's
stepbrother. And everybody constantly forgets it, including Ashley.
That's valid.
That's funny.
Like it's such an afterthought that like they write their parents out so they don't even have to acknowledge the interaction. Like they don't even live in the same house. These people are just going like they're just walking out of the school into the night. There's nothing for them. There's no houses, there's no parents, no nothing.
They've both fallen into the black hole. It's quite tragic.
JT's grandma fell into the black hole because the only time they mentioned her was that she was on the way to the hospital. But like, why is there not a moment of her since JT's talked about the baby?
The hospital would not
just the
take
doctor
Toby
just wanted
at his word and tell this geeky ass like
she
teenager.
Just wanted to be done with this shit. To be honest, the doctor, she is at the end of her 16-hour shift. She is like, I just need whatever. I don't believe you, but I also don't care enough to push this. So he's sadly not with us. Like she's over this shit. Like the way that she delivered that news was the most like apathetic shit I've ever fucking seen from a doctor.
She was just like, your brother's
dead. It punctured his aorta. We really fucking tried to save him. Damage was too bad. He's gone. Peace.
Why is Liberty so far behind the rest of them in getting to the hospital?
She's just chilling down the hall.
She probably had
waiting for
processed
someone to get her.
She might have been in
recounted her
shock and
ex
needed
baby
to
daddy.
be.
Yeah, I mean, Liberty doesn't cry, so she probably needed a moment to, like, she never cried the whole time.
And
even
she
when they were
doesn't
forced her to.
cry. Yeah,
Like, she probably just needed a moment before going in front of everybody else. Just fall back for a minute, because that is a lot. And her point of view, that was a lot. Her birthday just got ruined because her previous lover of her life just died. Like, and she found him as he was dying. Like, that would make me late to the hospital too. You know, I'm gonna need a moment in the car. So, like, it's understandable.
And my theory was that she's just like hanging back from the main group. Like, she just doesn't want to be involved in they're all visibly upset. They're all like, you know, talking about it and like emoting. And Liberty is just doing none of that, which is going to be one of the only plot points that they kind of give her, but make fucking Mia take the stand and like lead on the plot entirely, which is fucking annoying. Of like, she is just not processing it in the hospital. She's just not there yet.
Anybody. And Manny broke up with him because he was immature and his car was too small.
Mm-hmm. And Manny, like, and I know that what I always loved about it is that they were still friends. Like, they were friends before they dated. Mm-hmm. And that was why she was like, felt so bad with breaking up with him, because they were friends.
Mm-hmm.
And she knew that he was a nerd and that he's grown up a little bit and that she was kind of attracted to him, but he also is still that guy that she knows from when she was a kid who just fucking farted all the time and like made like, you know, what's that thing under like made the farting noises under his armpits. Like, he's weird. He's a nasty ass little boy. And she doesn't want to date him, but she still will always love him.
And when you think about it, like, what's weird is, although Liberty and them have always been associated since day one, Liberty has always been the outcast of that clique, with Toby following suit, because it's always been mainly about Manny and Emma, and then JT has his times, and then when Toby or Liberty is relevant, it's for something stupid. It was never anything serious. So, like, why
it's
is
for Toby to get his ass kicked? Script?
It's so JT dying for them to get some camera time.
Yeah.
Toby hasn't had his own storyline since what? Like
the whole wrestling thing, I feel like was the full only episode that I've ever seen. Mirror in the Bathroom was the only episode that centered. Oh, and Parents' Day, when his parents came and they had the school conference with Snake. But like, those are the only two episodes, and that was half an arc. There's only ever been 2 episodes of nothing but Toby. And if you count Kendra, but like,
they keep tacking him in with Danny and Derek and like having them be along with him for his whatever B plots he does have. Which it has really just been the Lakehurst thing and the violence. It's literally just him with his like supposed band of cronies, even though he shouldn't get along with Danny, because they had that whole issue where JT just like made I don't know. I feel like there's beef there. I don't know why they're suddenly making them like a threesome. But that's what they do. They lump Toby in with Danny and Derek, and they don't really give him an opportunity to have anything that's solo. He's not a main character. He is an ensemble character who fleshes out. Yeah, he fleshes out the plot when he's needed, but he really doesn't do anything. Outside of being a plot device, because he's got to get his ass kicked to set up the real danger between the schools, and then he's also got to be there to encourage JT to go after Liberty, because he's not going to go after Liberty himself, duh. And all of these things that really ultimately make him just a fucking pawn in the story. He is not a character, and they don't care to make him one because that's too much work. They throw him a bone with the kissing, though. They're like, you can kiss this whole episode. That's fine. That's fine.
And then your best friend's going to die, and you're going to talk about it a little bit, and you're going to be he is going to get his incel episode. That's his time to shine.
This sucks. Kicks trash can. Sorry.
Oh, God.
Good truth behind that, though.
Does
the most anger you do see out of him. After that, it's just him just trying to make Liberty just, get in her feelings about it all. But that's the only. He had more of a reaction for Rick, that he was less friendly with than he did for JT. That's insane to me. They went to camp together, for God's sakes. And that's all we get is a kick of a trash can? We got tears because of Rick. Tears!
Who was this guy if not some psycho?
And a whole
He was JT's friend.
for Jimmy, and he wasn't even friendly with Jimmy like that because Jimmy was mean to him. So, like, why did he get more emotion to everybody else but his literal long-term best friend? That's weird to me.
Well, because at this point,
grief is fucking weird.
Grief is weird, but also Toby just doesn't play as much of a role in this storyline, even though that's his best friend. He's just not as important because somebody had to identify with Rick. There had to be somebody on the sympathy end for Rick because there really was nobody naturally there. So they pigeonholed them and made them really good friends in the span of like 3 episodes just to like kill him, which was fucking cruel.
Yeah.
Because they just became friends. There was really no reason. And I mean, you know, they became fast friends, surely, but they just became friends. And that's just so we could add that little tidbit of like, who was he if not some psycho? He was Toby's friend. And fucking have Ashley be like, or, you know, like, what?
You do Emma so hilarious. These things never stop. I love when you mock Emma. It is so good. Jesus. You had me cracking up when I was catching up on the episodes recently. Like,
we've become an Ashley Kerwin Stan podcast, but like, it's still an Emma Nelson slander podcast.
We've got to read her.
It
for
always
her
will be forever
crimes.
and eternity.
I'm here for it.
Sorry, Emma. One of the girls had to be the sacrificial lamb, so that the Ashleys and the Claires and the Mayas and
don't even get me started
the Ellies.
And the Ellies, good googly. Ellie really doesn't deserve anybody's sympathy.
Last episode. So, like, which I remember when y'all first started this podcast, y'all had a whole thing about one of you really liking Ellie and one of you hating Ellie, which I think Caroline hated, Avis liked, right? And you said that you were going to switch roles to be. Now that you're 6 seasons deep, I have yet to hear you guys really come back to this about now that this crap has happened with Ellie, how you actually, like, your views the same or have they completely switched?
So Caroline quickly abandoned her pursuit.
It's not true. I kept it up for like at least a season.
She tried and then she failed. And then I realized there was a lot more to trash about Ellie than I originally anticipated. I feel
fuck you for framing that as though that was a moral failing on my part and not on
you don't
Ellie's
fucking
part.
like Ellie, and you were like, I find it very hard to believe that there are going to be points in time where I like her. You're like, I find that very hard to believe.
I didn't try to like her. I tried to show her grace, and I did show her grace.
That is
for
true.
At least a season.
At least
I did show her
2,
grace.
3. I remember Caroline complimenting Ellie often.
But the thing is, Ellie
actually. No, acknowledge that.
I do remember, and then it's been like she fell off.
I also don't remember back that far, so you're also going to have to give me and my memory some grace. I smoke a lot of weed. But I believe that you did try. I just think it completely fell off because we had to acknowledge that, like, they don't want her to have any real moral compass nor moral center. They just want her to be fucking, like, unhinged when they want her to be unhinged and delusional and like reduce her to her worst parts. They have stopped writing her.
She's always gullible or always has something smart to say, and it's so annoying.
And, like, it's just the worst things that a person can say, they make her say.
And it's just like the emo trope of it all. You know, I'm an emo at heart. I was emo as a child. But, like, the negative parts of her doom and gloom era has continued. So, like, just like last episode when Manny was excited about the audition for that show, of course, is kind of like, you know, reality crap. But Ellie just had to throw in there, sure, if you like melodramatic, you know what I mean? Like, but why do you always have to be a pick-me mean girl? Like, why do you always have to insult someone? Why is that always her thing? There's never anything good that she ever has to say. It's always something like, oh, I don't want to be here, or, oh, that's lame. But the way that she words it is just like, do you care about anything else? You're just always just...
And like, yes, Craig manipulated your feelings, and he was doing it a lot longer than
Right? And
last
and
episode.
if you're with
But
Jesse,
like,
why are you
that
obsessed with
doesn't
Craig anyway?
excuse what a rotten cunt, frankly, she is.
Oh my God, thank you for saying that, because I remember y'all recently were saying when you were with Tom about using the word cunt for young kids. But like, I literally, when I rewatched What's It Feel Like to Be a Ghost, I'm like, he told you, Manny told you, and it took you for the man to bleed out of his nose in front of Taking Back Sunday and the whole world for you to be like, stupid bitch. Stupid bitch.
It's, yeah, and like, I don't know, I hate Ellie sucks. I'm sorry.
And I feel like I've stopped defending her. Especially what was just so unsavory was how she treated Jesse. And I don't even fucking like that guy. It's just like she's coming from such an unhealed, toxic ass place right now that like everything she is saying is just like, no, I can't
I
defend
also
you.
feel like even if we don't like a character, we're pretty good at like acknowledging growth and giving credit where credit is due, and acknowledging that just like all of the rest of these kids, like, these are trauma responses. But like, but also, fuck whoever we were talking about, I've forgotten.
Ellie,
yes. Fuck Ellie.
Yeah, well, here's
Even
the
though
thing.
it is born of trauma, because she just wants, she is a pick me because nobody has ever picked her. Her daddy picked the army, and her mommy picked plastic bottle vodka.
She sure
And
did.
Sean picked Wasaga
and Craig
Beach.
picked Coke.
okay, yeah.
And Craig picked Manny.
And then Coke.
And then Craig picked Coke.
Yeah. It's just not. They're setting her up to be the number one hater. And what else can she be once they've set it up so perfectly like that? So no, I cannot defend Ellie. I just feel like it's untenable. It's like this situation has quickly gotten out of fucking hand, and I don't care. I think that the nostalgia factor is why I loved her so much as a young person. And I will, not that I'm not still a young person, fuck y'all. What I meant is a younger person.
As like a child.
As a child, I feel like what it was is because I trauma bonded with the character of just like not feeling like you were anybody's first choice. I don't feel that way anymore. I think once you healed, you realize that that's never really the way that things were. That's just the way that you felt about things. And I think she needs to heal, and perhaps in 20 years she'll be fine, but she's just not fine right now. And all of the choices that she's making, all of the things that she says pisses me off, especially what she says to Manny in this episode, because that is the most like non-girls girl shit that you could ever walk up and be like, this little voice in my head, this thing that I would try to turn off sometimes because it tries to make me be a better person. It kind of tells me that I should apologize to you.
Right. It's and then she's like,
and then she just starts there being like,
I'm glad first she comes over, she's like, oh, you're eating a bunch of food, huh?
Right, you're eating.
And then
you're eating.
Then she's like, I'm glad I'm not the reason you're stress eating. Like, why are you here?
And it's very, she's like, glad I'm not the source. No one cares about Ellie. Let me hold your hand when I say this. Let me hold your fucking hand when I say this. The world does not fucking revolve around you.
But you know what? I feel like she feels like that because it, like Caroline mentioned earlier, I think, is that she's never been picked. She's never been chosen. So it's never been about her, and she tries to force it about her, and it just doesn't work.
She tries to make it about her. It's not about you. She's going through some shit. She's going through some shit that's got nothing to do with you.
Fuck y'all. Are you going to make me show Ellie Grace tonight? Because I did not sign up for that.
If you want to show Ellie grace, you are more than welcome to. I think that what happens is she goes in with well-intentions, but she also
sucks.
still
Ellie
doesn't
fucking
like Manny.
sucks.
She still doesn't fucking like Manny, and that's the boiling point. Like, that's what it boils down to. She still doesn't like Manny, even though she knows she was wrong.
Yeah, but you can, like, she can know. I feel like you can know that you're wrong and still be like, I don't like you. Like, you're not somebody I need to be friends with. You're not even really someone I need to be, like, friendly with.
Yeah.
But I was a fucking asshole to you, and for that I am sorry.
Well, you have to have maturity to actually have the ability to say, I'm sorry, and not just stare at someone after saying you should say sorry. Just a PSA, saying that you should apologize or you should say sorry is not the same as saying sorry. Or you wanted to, or you intended to, or you were going, like, no, that's not the same thing as just saying I apologize.
Just one good sorry. Sorry
for accusing you of doing drugs.
I mean, she technically did take a bump, but it was one time. But the fact that she believed the whole bat was her.
Accusing you of being a drug addict.
Yeah, like
I'm sorry for accusing you of being a drug addict and assuming drugs were yours.
Also, sorry for being super fucking mean to you at a dinner where you were clearly uncomfortable.
Sorry for slut shaming you.
For being the victim of a sex crime.
For being the victim of a sex crime that literally...
that is where my grace for Ellie ends. And, like, not that she can't, like, bounce back from that, but not by being like, the little voice in my head told me I should apologize. Oh, yeah, no, you want to blame it on Craig? That's cool. He messed us up.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you, Ellie.
He really messed with us. Bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? You mess with your damn self, okay? You fucked your own self up.
Right.
The drugs are yours, Craig told me. Bitch, you love getting the wool pulled over on you.
Macro, because she did the whole, the whole neck roll, the
bob
he
thing.
told me they're yours.
Ellie, like, the fact that Manny didn't smack her upside the head with her purse and, like, keep it pushing is, like, such a, like, an exercise of willpower. Because the way that I just would not... I just wouldn't... I simply would not stand there and be disrespected.
Like,
while you're clearly talking out your fucking asshole because you're so in love with this man. He could do a line of coke in front of you, and you would still be like, "These are Manny's drugs, aren't they?" So that means it's not your fault.
Yeah,
not your
fault.
He
could pull it out of his pocket.
That's
pull
so crazy.
A coke, like a bump spoon, off of his keychain.
Take it off his necklace.
Take it off his necklace.
Oh shit!
On the fingernails, just
take
little,
a bump.
Little squid game moment, But like, what baffles me is like that's one of the few times that I've ever seen Manny like really hold back, because she really could. Besides like the dinner table, but like she really could have like did something, and all we get is he's your problem now. Bye. Like she was really spent and done.
She was over it because she was with him for months and then like long distance and was supporting him even though her fucking life was falling apart. She went and got extensions. Like she was like much better, right? Like she grew. She grew in Craig's absence, and she still finds herself in a similar spot to when he left. And she's like, you know what? You are making me weak. I realize without you, I am stronger. I'm cutting your ass loose. Like, I'm cutting you the fuck loose.
It's always been him fucking her over somehow the whole time.
She needed to drop him like a bad habit. It took coke to take her there. She's like, I will not deal with you in coke. I will not deal with you in drugs. Specifically coke, because you suck with coke. You're just like the worst. Like an Energizer bunny. Craig does not need coke. Anyway. Yeah. Let me see my notes.
Smile.
The coke and a smile, indeed.
Yeah, let's look at my notes as well.
What is it? Sorry.
Oh, just in general about if there's anything else to say. Oh, I don't have it in my shots fired, so I'm just gonna say now. One of my notes is, quote, "I've never been better. Sexy man is Ellie levels of cringe."
Yeah, I've never been better, sexy man. Like, the question is, am I wasted enough?
Another little thing I kind of
That's a red flag.
Yeah.
Would Sean have still banged her if she didn't drink? I like to think no.
Thank
No,
you.
I don't.
If she didn't puke.
No, I don't think so.
I feel
I
like
think
Sean would
I
have.
think if she didn't puke, she would have passed out.
Sean seems like a gentleman enough, though, to not, you know what I mean? Even though he has a bad boy edge to him, he still seems generous enough to not be like, nah, you're not sober-minded. It's fine.
And he's laughing about, like, he's clearly not disappointed that she's fucking vomiting, and he's a little bit it looks like he might be whatever himself, because he is not holding, like I said, he is not holding her hair back effectively.
And
It's
the first time we ever see Emma drink. You know, last time we saw Sean drink, Emma was taking care of him, raging at Jimmy's party. But now, you know, this flip has switched, and he's just never seemed like that kind of guy to me anyway. Somebody else like Jay probably would have jumped at the opportunity, but Sean has always been a gentleman to her at the end of the day.
Yeah, I think, and especially in this era, they are really in love. They're boo loving.
Yeah, they're great this time.
Although she's gonna get spooked.
I will mention, I did notice in the opening scene, you know, when Manny goes in the locker and she's trying to like rip up pictures of Craig. There is I guess it's a meme, I guess you would call it, but it just says "cool is a damsel in distress" while she's like ripping up the picture. And I thought that was just really funny because it's like, you're anything but cool right now, girl. Anything.
Yeah.
And the Cuckoo Bananas, is this the official start of Cuckoo Bananas? Did y'all do a Cuckoo Banana count for this
She's
season?
been cuckoo banana. We haven't, but she has been cuckoo banana-ing
Has
for a bit now.
I feel like she dropped like one in season 5. But I could be making that.
She said it a couple times since. I
just couldn't remember, but
copying them
why
down.
was there not a Cuckoo Banana count like the Hum count?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
she overdoes it this season, like completely.
That's her catchphrase.
And then when I hear it elsewhere outside of Degrassi, I'm like, you watch Degrassi too much, you know what I mean? Because I've never heard.
There's a Kesha lyric.
This place about to blow.
No, not that.
Okay.
Cuckoo Bananas Unite.
So I wonder if this was around the same time when the episode premiered then, because Kesha came out in my early 20s.
Well, no, this one came out after that. This is off of Rainbow. But that doesn't mean shit, because, like, Kesha's my age, so she could have also been watching Degrassi, and Cuckoo Bananas is something that's stuck, and, you know.
But I felt like they were really trying to make Cuckoo Banana work, and it never worked.
It just never worked.
It fell forced as well, just for her to have a catchphrase.
Yeah, it felt like, so I think with one thing I have, and then I'm good, is that they infantilize her a little bit in this episode. And I mean, they tend to do it off and on. They do it when they want to. Your skin gets all goosebumpy. Like, she talks like a third grader, like a second or third grader, like a kid. Why do they make her talk like that when they want? Like, just turn that, like, oh, I'm so cute. I'm such a dumb baby.
They're going back to her whole cute and adorable arc.
Fucking baby.
She phased out of her slut life, right? In an extent. And they're trying to, like, put her back to what she was before you got the look. And it's just.
I don't know. I feel like after this night, Manny gets a break for a while.
Until graduation, I think.
She lays us a bit low. I guess.
She's more of like a side character in the remaining of the season, if I recall correctly. Because the whole thing with the memorial coming up, you know, she wasn't really, she was in a scene or two, but she was never like really speaking, you know what I mean? Until graduation.
Yeah.
And that was just a celebrity, that's wrong.
All right, y'all. Have we fucked this plot to bed?
Yes. I think so.
I'm so hungry.
I know, same. I haven't
had dinner.
Me either. Okay, so let's move into our fashion corner. It's probably going to be easy because half of these characters are wearing the same shit. JT wears the same thing
I'm disappointed in JT's
school.
wardrobe.
Why?
Yeah.
Almost everybody else got an outfit change but JT and Toby. What is that
And
about?
he's
just
been
walking
wearing
around
like
in
nicer
this-
shirts, and it's not like it's not a nice shirt, but it's like it's a like decent brand, I feel like.
Yeah.
But it's not
the worst, it's not the best, it's very plain. And I think they chose the white to obviously highlight him being stabbed in the red blood. That's literally the only thematic choice for his costuming. If I'm going to think about like why else would you dress him in like a white, because it's like a white waffle knit sort of Henley like vibe. Like it's sort of like it's something he would wear, but I don't think he wears a lot. He doesn't really wear a lot of white. That's not really a color JT wears.
The only thing I can think of, and I think I pointed this out to you guys a while ago, just like side chatting, but when they used his memorial photo for the funeral area of it, or the memorial, it's from an actual behind the scenes cast picture. It's just one of like the whole cast together, representing like season whatever, and it's like a white shirt with like a blue vest. But like they don't even give him an outfit from a picture that happened in episodes. It's a behind the scenes photo op that you don't normally see.
I hate when TV shows do that almost as much as I hate when they do promotional stills as like framed photographs that a character would have.
Yeah, or where they CGI the baby with the parents when they're back then, but it's like their own childhood photos just merged together.
Yeah.
All of those are terrible choices, and I don't know how. I feel like there's probably
I don't care for it.
I would literally just give you a baby photo, like just take it, it's fine. You know what I mean? Use a real picture though, make it believable. I mean, there's a few things I've seen that like you can tell they use like a childhood picture, but it's so rare. But like, why is he the only one that doesn't get it out? I mean, I understand the concept with the blood and making it more obvious, but that literally is one thing that I mentioned on top of Liberty's messy ass hair with that headband in the very beginning. Why do they never do better? And this is unfortunately a trope. As a half black woman, this is a trope when it comes to black women in the industry anyway. They never have people do proper hair care. And I know there's been information of like the actors themselves were always in charge of doing their own hair and picking out their clothing because it came from their own personal wardrobe. But why is Liberty never right? And when she does look on fleek, it's because Manny did it for her.
It's because Manny did it for her, or she's in the fucking background. The one time this season her hair has been cute and her outfit she's not been the focus. She's been in the background. And I think it's when Mia first comes into the mix, she has a cute, like not even a cute outfit, but her hair is cute. Because they just don't want to dress her attractively.
Not until the dance. That's the only time you ever see her like really glow up on her own was the end of the year dance.
Yeah, she's frumpy until then. She that's the best word for what her pre-party wardrobe is, frumpy. And I mean, when you put her against Manny and Emma, who, I mean, I actually enjoy Manny's outfit, the little vest. It's a fake vest, but fake vest, white shirt, and like her hip belt. And then Emma's like kind of baggy.
Emma made me so fucking. It was fucking like Ross dressed for less.
Yeah, she's got like vibes. A really heavy. It's like she's trying to disguise that she's pregnant. She looks like she's trying to hide a pregnancy. This is an atrocious like dress. It's got like paisley boobs and like a
a couple of different shades of beige polka dots.
Yeah, and there's some sort of ruffle part of the like.
And then she's wearing. Isn't she wearing it with like black calf high leggings?
And she also has a green version of I believe this was a bag that she used to carry back in the day. This guy, what's his name on her bag? This bag was a different color. It wasn't a green bag. It was a different color.
Her Che bag?
Her Che bag? Yes. It was this was not it. It was a different color. Her party outfit is much better. But even her frumpy outfit looks better than Liberty's everyday outfit. I don't know why they dressed her like that, but they decided to dress her like that. So,
especially watching the last 2 episodes of, What's It Like to Be a Ghost. But this one, I've noticed the color pattern for Manny's clothes. Like almost every shirt in the last episode was brown. It was a graphic tee with brown. It was either like a gold speckled, print, or even the one in this episode in the beginning, she was wearing a white shirt with like gold. When print tees were really popular. It's very slim fitting. It doesn't look tight, but it has that like wet look where it's just her body complements the shirt like really well because like she's really slim and it's like not too tight but form fitting, but like everything was like a neutral white, cream, or brown, like everything. I didn't see
I
any
remember
color.
this time I was going into high school and I remember wanting to look like Manny's casual style of like the t-shirt and the jeans, and I loved how long her shirts were. I also wore a lot of brown and foil accents on my shirts at that time.
That's the thing, is that in part is just what was
it was but it's like they had to pick a style, but like that really fits Manny very well.
That color palette is underutilized.
And she's got brown eyes, she's got brown hair, like it's
and
like
works with her hair.
It works really well, like that palette of that tone, especially even her like what they put her in for the party, this like really cute V-neck, which again, like her whole wardrobe this episode is like high school goals. And she's got
the V-neck, isn't it like a sweater?
It's a cute
and it's
fuzzy
like
pink sweater, and it's got like the
and it's like a pale pink, like pink. A dusty pale pink.
Yes, it's a dusty pale pink.
No, that
she's
with
got
brown,
this like
beautiful,
wine colored,
with the tan, with the beige,
like wine colored deep shirt on. It's like sequin shirt on. It's very romantic. They dress her but it seems like an extension of what she already wore to school. It's a similar style of like, she just went and threw it, like probably the same jeans, honestly, and just went and threw on a different top, and little cute sweater over it. It's a very cute outfit.
Yeah, no, it's very cute. Obviously, Liberty.
You good, Caroline?
And that.
Nope.
I
was waiting to see if it was me who was going to freeze.
No, I thought you were froze for a second until I saw your eyes move. Dun, dun, dun. I hear like noises, like moving
Spectrum
around.
be on that bullshit. We'll see. She might have to leave and come back. There you go.
Nope, I saw movement. There she is.
Hey. All right.
This episode of Your Mom's Podcast was brought to you in part by Spectrum.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. The way that, like, I just... Okay. We need to go. We need to get through this.
Yeah.
Obviously, Liberty's iconic outfit, but we talked about it a little bit, but she is dressed, despite her jean jacket, like Michelle Obama in her casual campaign trail during the 2008 election season. She is just it's like very cute, but it's conservative, and I think the white pumps definitely add to that conservative vibe, but it's very cute on Liberty, and I think she looks so sweet to just watch the love of her life bleed out in front of her. And yeah, I'm good.
In that case, we have a black hole for Nora. We hardly knew her.
Yep.
We really
she
did.
Came, she saw, she took a pee break.
JT's grandma. It's the last time you ever hear her referenced.
That's valid. I hadn't even thought about that, but you're right. JT's grandma. She's not even at his like memorial thing.
Bye, grandma. No.
She said, "Fuck all of y'all." And then I have 2 shots fired, and they're at the beginning. Pew, 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 pew.
Shots fired.
So one is me firing shots at Emma because nobody shortens afternoon to aft.
Oh gosh.
It makes me mad. And then my other one is Manny saying, times change, things get outdated, like hairstyles, outfits, stupid cokehead boyfriends.
I'm so happy you got that one, because did you have any, Alyka? Were you able to? How many more do you have?
One of them is a full shots fired, and the other ones are kind of just like random, almost shots fired, but I just thought they were funny. But then there was ones that I remember that I didn't write down verbatim. So
okay, I have a couple. So if you want to go and tell yours, I'll fill in after.
Okay. So when Manny is trying to convince Liberty to go to the party, and Liberty asks Manny to show up to the Peace Summit, and she's just kind of like, experience shows that Manny Santos doubles the male attendance. Manny's all whatever. Just the whole Sean J. Spinner versus Lakehurst moment, just the conversation that was happening when they were wanting to toss them out. And then when Damien and Liberty are trying to kind of like flirt, get to know each other in those early icebreaker moments where Damien's, so it's your birthday. Yep, happens the same time every year. It's like,
yep. Okay, I have Liberty saying to Manny when she's like, my bestest friend in the entire school. She's like, we've hardly talked all year. I have Danny saying, I'll tell you what the problem is. Your school is full of psychos. I have JT saying, speaking about surprises, you look beautiful, Liberty. Because damn, I audibly said damn. I have
sucks.
He does. I have Manny saying, does Mexico know you've taken all their tequila? I have Derek in response to Alex asking if he can drive, him saying, yeah, or do you have a license? Him saying, yeah, an idiot license, which is a self-inflicted shots fired, I suppose. I have Manny saying, my world doesn't revolve around you, Ellie. JT saying to Johnny, you couldn't find a toilet? And then he did, is the response. And then I have, this should have been at 4, but that's fine. I have Manny saying, let's take the testosterone down a notch. And my final one is Drake saying, hey, relax, Slim Shady, it's a party. And that's it.
Now that I think about it, there should be a Slim Shady counter just for Sean, because it's been said at least 3 times since Gangsta Gangsta, just saying.
It was said to Jay this time.
Yeah, it's just so random. They always have to throw Eminem in there.
They love the Slim Shady,
Anytime
Slim Shady burn.
It's straight up, use Eminem. Good old Marshall.
So shining stars and super bummers. So I guess who bummed you out, guys?
Everybody. Everything.
It was kind of a bum fest. Marco for inviting Ellie to this party. JT for dying and creating just a lot of fuss. No, I'm joking. JT for his general personality. Manny for throwing this party and insisting upon.
Emma for being sloshy drunk all the time. The guy that stabbed JT, Johnny in the background.
Johnny just.
I don't know if he even qualifies. Like Johnny might, because he becomes a character.
Yeah, right. Our tried and true plot device caveat.
Device, not a character.
Okay, well, I am going to have to put Johnny in there because for some reason they decide to develop Johnny and he becomes a character. In case you guys
someone needs to pay for those crimes. I think that's fair.
And he does talk about it again in a moment with Allie, but that's all you hear of it again. The only one that's not a bum, in my opinion, is Sean.
Liberty is not a bummer to me. She stands up for herself and says what she has to say.
I wouldn't say that she's more in the middle. Yeah. I don't know that she's necessarily a shining star, but she's not a bummer for me.
Yeah, she's middle for me as well.
I'm not going to give her the shining star. I'm not going to go all the way to shining star because I truly don't think that she did. She has always maintained that she loves JT. That is why she is so fucking hurt. So to me, it's not even there's no reason for her to like put on this false like, oh, this dumbass voice and be like, oh, I love you, JT. I'm tired of pretending. You're not pretending. You're terrible pretending. You haven't actually been pretending.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's fair.
I think that she is just being used in this plot, and I feel bad for her, but I don't think that she's necessarily shining. She's just kind of being shuffled through the plot, sort of.
That's very fair. Because even when the love of her life and the father of her child gets stabbed and dies in her arms in a puddle of piss, she gets nothing.
She gets absolutely fucking nothing. Yeah. We have no shining stars.
Unless it's Sean. Didn't you say Sean?
Damien. I mean, Damien doesn't actually do anything wrong this time. He's just kind of being
Sean,
introduced.
okay.
But yeah, Sean, Damien.
You think Damien's a shining star?
He hasn't. He would probably be middle ground, but like.
No, he's just there. No, you're right, Sean.
Sean
and
for
I
holding
love
back
Sean,
Emma's
but the bars
hair.
in hell.
Sean for holding
and not
back
taking
Emma's
advantage
hair.
of his drunk girlfriend. I mean,
And
that
not
honestly
taking
has to be
advantage of his drunk
commendable.
Yeah.
And
all right.
for the way that he joins that end shot group hug at the last minute.
Right.
I don't think he's actually touching anyone. He's just like standing very near the group.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, now we can ask that question. Does it go there?
Does it go there?
Does it go there?
Jinx.
Obvious.
We said something at the same time for the first time ever.
You owe me a soda probably when I see you next.
Okay.
I think you said it earlier, Alyka.
Stabbed to death.
But yeah, this is Degrassi going there. It goes there. Certainly.
It does go there.
Yep.
And yeah.
I mean, you can't get no further there than death, honestly.
Death.
Until zombies in many episodes, but you know.
And like, fuck JT, he sucks, but like, it's still sad that he died. It's still sad that he died the way that he did. It's fucked up, right? Because it's like Toby, Liberty, and Manny are all probably going to spend a good chunk of like the next several years blaming themselves to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's heavy.
Yeah.
One more point. What if JT didn't die? Because wasn't he just all over Mia? So then all of a sudden that would have been another storyline of him just like, F you, Mia, and your kid. I'm going to go back to Liberty. Because that was the whole point, is him trying to go and reveal that he loved her. And so what about Mia? Like, what if? That should have been a what if mini episode that they did not do. Missed opportunity. But
yeah,
that could have been a whole other thing.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ryan wasn't really trying to come around.
Nah,
he did that one mini and then was like, okay, bye.
Oh, the one where he comes back and talks to Liberty and Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also, yeah, I think that's it, actually.
Yeah, that's all you see of him again. And he's still wearing that damn white shirt.
Thank you so much for coming on
Thank you for joining us,
Alyka.
Alyka.
Thanks for having me, y'all. Appreciate you. Good to be back. And can't wait to see how y'all finish the season out, because it's going to be crazy. I'll be listening.
You and us both. Like, jeez.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thanks for listening to your mom's podcast. We'll be back in 2 weeks to watch Mia try to dictate how people mourn her boyfriend of like 3 months in the bitterest pill.
This episode of Your Mom's Podcast was made possible in part by Poor Impulse Control, Jose Cuervo, and support from listeners like you.
Thank ya.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. We'd like to take a moment to thank our Patreon subscribers, Tay,
Lucy,
Iggy,
Evie,
Miranda,
and an extra special thanks to our TiddySnake producers, Tawny,
the Degrassi Generations Facebook group,
Corrie,
Chelsea,
Brandi.
and Alyka.
Thank you guys. We love you.
Thank you.
If you'd like to further support our show, you can find us on TikTok and Facebook as Your Mom's Padcast. We also have a Facebook group of the same name. And you can find us on Instagram at YMPadcast. Your Mom's Padcast is available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Subscriptions and reviews are another great free way to support us. However, if you're interested in supporting us in not free ways, we have a lot of great bonus content on our Patreon, and some great merch at our shop, which can be found at your-moms-padcast-shop.fourthwall.com. And remember, that's Padcast. P-A-H-D-C-A-S-T. Thank you.